work, but it's fine. Neither does the larder.
Or maybe they're like Walmart. They come here, they get scared and leave. OK, moving on. Let's talk about vases. Take a look at this next exhibition if you fancy French glass. This is the exhibition of work by French artist Émile Gallet. And there is an exhibition at the Eastern European Antique House, which is located near University Building and Sparrow Hills. And with the support of the French Institute in Russia, they're presenting an exhibition called Glass Rhapsody. And actually, it's an antique auction house as well. They're going to be showing 70 different items from the artist's collection. Do you like the look of these? Or do you think they're a bit...
Yes, I do. I really love glass. It's not something that I would want to own. Some of those are beautiful, though, but
one of the items were about 2 million rubles.
I can understand why.
Is kind of expensive.
It's more expensive than that fur coat without sleeves that I've seen, but I'd rather get that than the fur coat.
The exhibition is free, by the way, which is always good. So if you haven't got 2 million. In fact, that's it. That's the 2 million. The red vase behind
the stuff's for sale.
It is for sale.
That's why they're letting you in for free, because they're hoping you're going to buy.
That's possibly correct. Yes.
Okay, I'd be quite upset actually if they were charging me to go.
It's nice to window shop. I've been to Sotheby's and Christie's here in Moscow and in New York and London,
and
it's just amazing to see this. The art.
Could you imagine though if they charged you to go into clothes shops? I mean,
they sometimes do.
Similar kind of principle. You're going in with a view to buy something and they charge you just to go nothing. It'd be horrific.
Well, maybe some of our viewers
We'd never go. We just walk around wearing beanbags. 2
million rubles. And also, it's not just glass that's on display. There's some cabinets, some of the furniture that used to belong to the artist as well. And it's interesting how French... the art world actually combined very early with the Soviet and Russian artists. On my travels, I've been to many glass factories throughout which were popular in the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
The way that they
this takes me back to school trips.
School trips.
Visit to the glass factory.
Anyway, don't listen to me. I met up with the organiser of the exhibition, Anastasia, and we discussed the wonderful world of the artist Émile Gallet. Take a look. Anastasia, lovely to meet you. We're here today to talk about the French artist Émile Gallet. First of all, tell me about the East European Antique House here in Moscow.
So actually it was found not so long ago, in December 2012. So we started our work. It was really hard work to begin, and so it all started from the collections of our founder of this antique house, and so we have now we can present to public the collections that we have here.
And Émile Gallet, he was one of the masters in French Art Nouveau. You don't just have vases and glass on display, but in fact you have furniture as well.
Yes.
Tell me about some of the items.
So we have really some rare items here. They are rather expensive, and I think that we have actually more vases, more glass. We have also lamps here, which are very popular. Well, actually, as for the furniture, well, it's not that much here, but it is also very nice, and well, this immortal beauty is very important for us, to show and to contemplate the things that we have and to share this with people.
Looking at the various dates, they say 1904, 1888. The timing regarding that is quite interesting, and it's no wonder that, I mean, some of the vases here, the red one behind me here is valued at around 2 million rubles.
Yes.
So you've got some very interesting pieces.
Yes. Well, actually, the Émile Gallet, he died in 1904, so till that period it was like his period, and these vases which were produced till that time, they are very expensive. Then after his death, his wife continued his some kind of business, and they were not that very expensive. But so if you see those which are pure, the pure vases, they are the most expensive. Then when you look for this ornaments, flower ornaments, so they are also magnificent well, I think you can notice that there is a lot of soul, a part of the soul of the creator of the vases here.
So you have an exhibition here which is free.
Yes,
but
sure.
if you do have a spare 2 million rubles,
you can pay. Yes, you can pay and can enjoy.
You can buy that bewitching beauty.
Yes, sure, and have it in your home and well enjoy it every day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I've travelled around Russia a lot, and I've also visited lots of glass factories. And it seems that the way that they make the glasses, the vase, it's quite similar in the fact that they use enamel. And in fact, the traditions of France and Russia were heavily combined, especially more than a century ago.
Well, yes, I think we have, I mean, both, well, people in Russia and in France, they have some similarity in their souls, in their hearts. But, you know, still, well, France started it all. So the Art Nouveau, it came from France, so it was very famous there. And you know that France and Paris is the capital of all these magnificent things, you know, this enjoying things.
And for many Russians years ago, it was their second language. Many Russians, many of the noble elites spoke French.
Yes, sure. It was a good tradition. Well, but now somehow we lost it. But I think,
They've all moved to London.
Yeah, sure.
They're all speaking English.
English or America, in America.
Yeah, sure. Back to vases.
Yeah, back to vases. Okay, so I think what we spoke about the similarity between people in Russia and France. So I think that is why it's good for us to start some kind of tradition, you know, with sharing, like with people in Russia, with these magnificent vases, with this beauty, immortal and bewitching beauty.
So I think everybody should head down to Izmailovsky Market, or one of the sort of like, you know, flea markets which they have on the weekends, and look through old, you know, glass, because you never know. I think that obviously this Émile Gallé, his glass is worth something now, but 100 years later, I think there's some, you know, something to be found.
Certain things that can be very valuable later on. Certain things won't be, though, but I'm a huge fan personally of old apothecary little glass.
Like medicine bottles? Or?
Medicine bottles. Like I had one with morphine inside, but
Really?
evaporated.
Should we go any further into that?
No, but sadly I broke it, but I've got others.
I like the old vodka bottles you can get as well, from the Soviet times.
Yes, absolutely beautiful. Even before that, though, if you've got the Yet letter on them, those come before the Soviet times.
So you collect morphine bottles and you collect vodka bottles.
Yeah, we're fun like that.
Yes.
I should come round to you. You go guys places more often.
I also have a skull at home.
But we have these programs in the UK like Bargain Hunt and Homes Under the Hammer.
Oh,
and all
I love those.
They're brilliant.
Best
And I always think, because I'm sort of a bit of a fanatic with Izmailovsky Market, I always think they really should have one of these programs visiting markets around the world, including Russia.
Certain
because there's
things
so
on
many.
Izmailovsky Market are so rubbish, though.
They are. I bought an old Kremlin tin, covered tin from what they had, probably chocolate in it or something from years ago. But
I love tins.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah. It cost me like 200 rubles, but it's kitchen, it's great, and it's
fun, and it's actually
colourful.
something that can be and most probably is authentic because there were so many of them.
Of course, but they're collected. They will be collector's items in years to come.
Because these days, I mean, how many cookie tins we just throw them out? And you buy a new one. It was pretty much the same back then.
Well, we know from things in the 80s already, you know, like the original Star Wars figures that we were given as children. If you have them in the original box, they are worth already 10 times the amount. So
I hate that, though. I hate that, you know, when you collect things that never get used, because it's basically you're denying their destiny. Their raison d'etre is to be played with and bring pleasure to people.
But that's the collector's point of view, though.
So if you can't afford any Émile Gallé 2 million ruble vases, just look in your own sort of, you know, attic and search the flea markets, because you never know, you might come up with something special.
Stick a flower in it. I'm talking about bottles, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys, that's all from us. We're going to be back tomorrow. Before we go, we would like to repeat a story for you, I think. Or maybe we're going to be doing that later.
You might want to, I don't.
Oh. I don't know. No,
I don't know.
think let's just go.
I don't know what they're doing up there. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're
Let's
doing.
just leave.
But I'm going.
Time to go.
I am going. And if you want to write in and complain, feel free. It's primetime@rttv.ru.
Yes. We also have a YouTube page and a Facebook and a Twitter account. They all exist. Search for
Twitter's
them
really
online.
confusing. I don't get the hashtag at all.
Really? Why?
Or the new hashtag in Facebook either.
Why?
I just don't understand
So
it.
easy.
Do you know what I actually do?
You get it?
I'm feeling quite proud of myself now.
Well done, guys.
The
So
culture
proud
guy
of
doesn't
you.
understand the hashtag.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.